Well, I would say the hardest year of my life was 2010. My husband and I were very athletic and healthy, and it was our anniversary. And we were sitting on the deck, and we were just so in love. And we looked at each other. We said, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the best stage in life, we said. And I said to him, you know, all of our parents lived to their mid-90s, and I thought, they didn't exercise or eat right. And I said, shoot, we're probably going to live to 100. Who wants to live to 100? And we laughed about it. A month later, he got a phone call from our doctor who had run some tests. And he said, you have stage 4 cancer. We couldn't believe our ears. We fell into each other's arms and then just went right to prayer. We said, Lord, where are we going with this? And we thought we could beat it. And we tried really hard to beat it. And the Lord called Sam home. And there were a lot of questions. Why? Why would you take a man in his prime with the relationships he had on Capitol Hill? You can't assign another to fill his shoes, Lord. Why did you take him? I have no answers. Why? I don't know why. And what's next for me? Who am I? I've been Mrs. Sam McCullough for all these years. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd go, well, there's nobody asking me where the iron shirts are. There's no one to fix lunch for. Why get out of bed? And I began to struggle a little bit. I'll never forget the day that I fell over a box of books. Now my legs were over the box of books like this. That was bad enough, and my backside was cut, my pants were ripped, it was hurting, but there was a bifold door that was broken that I didn't know how to repair because that was what Sam did. It fell against Sam's car and dented the car and pinned me. And I'm sitting on that garage floor, and I looked at my neighbors, nobody home. I'm all alone. And I just started to cry. I said, Lord, why? You're supposed to order the steps of the righteous. This is ordering my steps? You take my husband, and these kinds of things happen to me. And I had a pity party on the garage floor. Somehow I struggled and got up out of the box of books. And I drove over to Target, and I was just in a funk. Mad at God, mad at my situation in life, and my future looked pretty bleak. Well, I looked across the Target store in the exercise wear. There was a very good friend who doesn't even live in the neighborhood, and I said, Mary! And she came over and she said, how are you doing? And I burst into a puddle of tears. And I told her my situation, and it was like the Lord put her in that Target store, because she doesn't even live anywhere near that Target store. She put her arms around me and she ministered to me. Why? I don't know why. But I think it's part of the lessons of learning to just trust God in the middle of your ugly situations and believing that He's got a plan for you and He's got a future for you. He says that in Jeremiah. But I'm not sure what it looks like because I've never been single. We were married 5 days after graduation. I went straight from a dorm situation with lots of women around me to living with a husband. And now I live all alone. And I must say, the loneliness is profound. Many people say lots of good things, and you feel like you've got all the verses learned. Yes, the Lord's going to be my husband. He said He'd be a husband to the widow, but He doesn't have warm, hairy arms around me when these situations happen. But He does send people to encourage me just at the nick of time, like the gal in the Target store. And the enemy whispers in our ears, he's really not a God of love. He doesn't care about you. And I would go, shake it off. Where did that come from? You know. And one of the important things that got me through the grieving process was I knew I had to stay in the Word. I knew I had to be with believers. And as I began to study about heaven, because now I had somebody there, I saw what a beautiful place it was, and I thought, I can't ask Sam to come back from that. Matter of fact, I wish I could join him. And the power of the Word really, really got me through the most difficult time of my life.